Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be making this cute little design. As you can see, I got a little carried away and made a whole bunch of them. This is called the Sunken Illusion bracelet, and this was created by Dawn R_1970 from Instagram. I'll link all her information below so you can check out her page. This is a really fun design to make. It doesn't take very long, but it is very pretty. This is on 3 bars and it's going to be on a staggered loom, so everybody should be able to make this. You can make it on 1 loom, but I suggest 2 looms so that you get a bracelet this size and it will fit around your wrist. So this bracelet is actually reversible as well. So this is the front side, the signature side, and then here it is flipped around on the back side. So both sides wear just fine and both sides are super cute. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. So you're just going to need to grab your loom or 2 looms if you're going to make a full wrap. You need a hook, a C-clip, and some bands. There's actually 6 layers of bands total, so if you want to use 6 colors, you can. I have made a bunch of them, and I found that I like using 5 colors the best. So whatever you want to do is fine. If you want to follow along with me, then choose 5 colors. Alright, so we're going to start with our loom in the staggered position like this. And the first color we're going to be choosing is where you see this dual layer purple along the border. And we're going to start by laying 1 loose band in the center like that, and then we are going to go center out to the left, center out to the right. Now we're going to go ahead and lay 1 more of our border color going up like this. There's a little bit of a closer view for you. And then we are next going to pick this color for these little parts here where you see the pearly purple. I'm going to use this hot pink for that. So what we want to do now is bring this color where we left off with our border and bring it in to the center. It is just a short stretch. Now we're going to go back to our border color and we're actually going to lay 2. So lay 2 on each side, on the left and the right, like this. And now we're going to grab our pink again, or our inward V color, and we're going to lay that inward, just like this. Then we're going to go back to our border color. We're going to lay 2, and then we'll bring it in again. So we're just going to keep rotating this pattern all the way up, laying 2 borders, and then using our secondary color to bring it in to the center. So we'll lay 1 more of these together. So 2 borders, and then you'll get your secondary color and bring it in to the center. So let's go ahead and lay that pattern all the way to the top of your loom. You're going to lay it all the way to the 12th peg if you're using 1 loom, and the 24th peg if you're going to use 2 looms like what I'm doing today. So let's go ahead and lay that out the rest of the way up. Okay, so I hop back on for a second. If you're laying just 1 loom, this will be your 12th peg, and you will bring it to the center at that point with your border color. I have 2 looms, so I'm going to keep going. If you lay 2 loom lengths like me, you'll get to the top. This is what it'll look like, and you will just bring 1 band in from the left and the right to close that off. So here's what the loom is going to look like. Just notice that all of your middle part of it, you should have 1 empty peg in between. It'll look a little different at the beginning and the end just because we're starting and finishing it. You see we just have 1 here. That's okay. Even if you stop a little sooner than the 24th peg, it still works out. So let's come on back down to the bottom. And our next color we're going to pick is where you see the light sparkle purple in this bracelet. And then in this bracelet, you can see I matched this band with the border, which I kind of like that look best. So I'm going to match my next layer of bands with the border. You can use the same color or a different color, whichever version you like best. So I'm going to be going back to my border color, which is my sparkle purple. So the easiest way that I found to lay this layer so you don't miss any rows is find each one of these where we laid our short V. That's where you want to start from, and we're now going to make a long stretched V straight down. So you're going to find your first short stretch V, and we're going to then stretch a long one down. Go ahead and go up and find your next short stretch V, and we're going to lay a long stretch V right below it, just like that. And we're going to need to do this all the way up our entire loom. So again, find your next short stretch V, and we're going to lay a long stretch V from that. Find your next short stretch and lay a long stretch V right over top of it. So let's go ahead and do that on every one of our short stretch V's, and I'll meet you at the top. Alright, so you'll just lay a long stretch V over your very last short stretch, and that is all we need to do for that row. So just double check that you have a long stretch V coming out from each of your short ones. Okay, the next color we're going to grab is going to be where you see the jelly yellow in this one. On the back side of the bracelet, this is how that band is going to lay. So however you're wanting that to look can help you choose your color. I'm going to use this dual layer teal. So where we're going to lay this band is find your short stretch V. So it'll be your second pin up, and we're going to lay one straight across that. You're going to skip one and you'll be at your next short stretch V, and we'll lay one. Skip one, find your next short stretch V, lay one, skip one, and lay one. So we're going to do this process all the way up the loom. Skip one and lay one, and it should always land on your short stretched V, just like this. And you can just keep doing that all the way up, and then I will meet you at the top. When you get up here to the top, you'll just lay your last crossband on your very last short stretch V where it is ending. So here is what the loom will look like now. And now we are going to be picking our next color, which is going to be our single chain border. So it's either the teal in this bracelet or the glow blue in that one. I'm just going to use some regular opaque purple. This layer bands is pretty easy to lay because we're just going to start at the bottom center, and we're going to make a single chain going all the way up to the very top. So just make a single chain just like this, and then we can lay our very last layer of bands and get ready to loop this out together. So just go ahead and lay your single chain all the way up. So our very last single chain right there. And now we can get our last color that we want to use. So our very last color is going to be, you can't see it a whole lot, but it is this color right here. You can see it a little bit more on the back. It's this dark color that sets in here. I'm going to use white for mine. So you want to come up to your very first peg, and we are going to be laying one straight across. You're going to skip the next, and we're going to lay one straight across, skip the next, straight across, skip the next, and straight across. So you're going to do that all the way up, skipping one, laying one, skipping one, and laying one until you reach all the way to the top. So let's go ahead and get that laid, then we can turn this around, push our bands down, and loop it out. Okay, so I've laid my straight bands all the way up to the very last peg right here. And now push your bands down, and then we can turn this around. I've already pushed mine down. And you're going to want to grab your very first border color, and we need to make a cap band right there on the center peg. So just twist a regular cap band onto there and grab your hook, and we can loom this. Okay, so the very first thing we are going to do is go into our cap band, push it out of the way, and grab your single chain, and we are going to loop that single chain all the way up. When you get to the next one, you'll see that you have that vertical band laying across. You want to push that out of the way and then grab your single chain. And we're going to pull that up. So nothing should be caught in your single chain. It should just be, we're basically looping up this single chain on top of everything. So let's go ahead and loop this up, and you're going to be pushing that vertical band out of the way on every row. So let's just loop that all the way to the top. When you get up here to the top, you'll just loop your very last single chain to your last pin. So we have our single chain looped all the way up, and we're going to come back down here to the bottom now. So we're now going to come into our second peg in the center. Go ahead down in there. You're going to push that vertical band out of the way, which is my white. So I'm pushing that out of the way, and you're going to grab the very top band there, and this is going to be the long stretched V. You're going to grab that and bring it diagonal out to the left and the right. So go back into that center peg, grab your next band down, bring it out to the left and to the right. Go ahead and move one up. You're going to be skipping, or actually you don't have to skip a peg, it's the very next one. You're going to go in, grab your long vertical band and bring it out to the left and to the right. Jump up to your next one. You're going to push that down, grab your long vertical band and bring it out to the left and to the right. And we're going to want to do this all the way up the loom. Once you get up to the top, we'll loop this last one together. So you're going in, grabbing your long vertical and looping it out to the left and to the right. So this is what your loom is going to look like. So on every other peg, you should have a long vertical band looped out to your left and to your right. Now we're going to go back down to the bottom and we're going to start on that same peg again, which is the second center peg. Now we're going to go in and we're going to grab, these are our short V bands. It'll be the last two bands that are left on the peg. So mine were the pink. We're going to grab that and we're going to loop it out to the left and the right. So it's going to go right to the same peg that we just looped the other ones to. So go ahead, go in and grab that, loop out to the left and the right. You're going to skip one, come up another peg, and you're going to go in, and those are, again, the last two bands on that peg. And we're looping them out to the left and to the right, and they're going to lay right on top of our long V's that we just looped out. So skip one, go up to your next center peg, go in, and we're going to grab our short V and loop it out to the left and to the right, laying it right on top. Skip one, going in, grabbing it, and going out to the left and to the right. So go ahead and complete that all the way up. You'll just skip a peg and then go in, looping out to the left and to the right. It is a lot that we're putting on that one peg, but don't worry, it works out just fine. So I'm going to loop mine out and I'll meet you at the top. Alright, so I looped mine all the way up to the top and I looped my last set of short V's out to the left and to the right. Now we can loop our next layer. So next what we need to do is going to be a flipping step. So we're going to come down here to the bottom, and we see on our first set of pins we have our vertical band here and it's caught in our single chain. We're going to come up here to our second peg, and you'll see your other vertical band, and this is also on the peg that we have all of those bands that we just looped. So the way that I like to do it is grab it from back here, and I like to lift it up and just release it, just like this. So of course when I looped my band over, it was tangled up, so I fixed it. So I've just looped that over the top. Now another way you can do this, I'll show you. We're going to skip the next peg because on this one we have just our one vertical band. We're going to go back up to our next peg that has all of the bands on it. That's how you'll know that you're looping the correct one up and over. It has multiple bands. So another way you can do this is find your third band down on the peg. So 1, 2, and 3, my third band down. You can go in, grab that third band down, and you can lift it up and over the peg this way, like that. Then you would go in on your other side, find your third band down, and loop it up and over the peg. It's kind of just setting in there. It'll seem kind of loose because it's really not attached, but that's how we want it to be. So go ahead and skip your next one. And there's not really any way that you can confuse which vertical band you want to loop, because as you see here, this vertical band sets right on the top. If we took this off and tried to loop it, it would just fall off. So the way you know that you're on the correct vertical band is you have multiple bands on your peg. So again, we were going to go in, grab our third band down, and just bring it up and over the peg and let it go. Up and over the peg, let it go. Skip one, and then go on to the next one. Grab your third band down, bring it up and over the peg, and let it go. Skip the next one, find our third band down, and bring it up and over the peg and let it go. Of course, my hook keeps getting stuck, just like that. And again, we'll look at the other way you can do this. You can find your pegs with all the bands. You can come right behind here, grab that band, and just pull it up over the peg, and let it go. Skip a row, come on up and do your next one, bringing it up and over. That's a little bit easier, I think, but either way you get the same result. So bringing it up and over the peg all the way until you reach the top. And now we are going to head down to the bottom and loop our border out, and we're actually all done. We don't need to do any looping step with our other vertical band. So we'll come back down here to the bottom. We're going to go into our cap band, and we are going to grab our border, and you're going to bring it out to the right and to the left. Then we're going to loop each side all the way up. So you have quite a few bands to push out of the way on these pegs. So go in and grab the very last band on that peg. It's your border color. You want to loop that forward. Same thing on your right hand side. Move everything out of the way. Grab that last band on the peg and loop it forward. We're going to go into the next one, moving everything out of the way, grabbing our bottom border band. When you pull it forward, just be careful. The pegs that have a lot of bands, it is pretty tight. So just pull gently when you go to loop it forward. And we're just going to do this on both sides all the way to the top. And once we get done, I will meet you to take this off the loom. Once you get up here to the top, you're going to loop it in to the left and to the right to close it up. Then you can turn your loom to the side. We're going to grab that first loose band that we laid. You're going to want to go down into this peg, grab the other end of it, attach these two ends onto your hook, and then we're going to add our C-clip onto that band, just like this, and then we are ready to take it off the loom. So with this bracelet, it's actually fine to just pull this one right off. Just pull carefully and pull little small sections at a time. It's not going to mess up the way that it lays, and it'll still look just fine. Matter of fact, I think pulling it off this way works a little bit better because it gives it the stretch that it needs for everything to fall into place. Let me get this out of the way. And it actually comes off looking perfect. You really almost have to do nothing to have this lay correctly. And I really love this design. I think it's super cute. Of course, I'm guessing you can tell because I made so many of them. Anyways, this is the front signature side. And then on the back side, it'll look like this. And it kind of depends on your color pattern. There was a couple of them that I made that I liked better on the back side. This one, I like this color pattern better on the front side. So super cute. It's super fun to make. It doesn't get boring because you're looping here, there, and everywhere, but yet it's not too hard. The side of this looks really cool too, I think. And it comes out looking perfect. You don't have a lot of fixing to do. And I think that is probably about all I have to say about this one. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, if you could please like and subscribe, I would definitely appreciate that. And if you make one of these, make sure you use the hashtag Sunken Illusion Bracelet. Make sure to tag Dawn on Instagram. Again, her information is below. And also tag me, 7284Christy, so that we can see all of your color combinations and renditions. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.